Hey everyone, so today I'm back with a new farm, and this time I wanted to try something a little bit different. So we're still farming Apothecary cards, but we're also farming raw Divine Orbs. Now I'll talk about how we're going to attempt to do that in a second, but before that I'm just going to run through the Sextants and Scarabs. So for the Sextants we're running Enraged Strongbox, 2 Strongbox, Deli Rewards, and this time we're running Mysterious Harbinger. So for Scarabs we're running Winged Divination, Winged Ambush, Winged Harbinger, and Winged Cartography. So for the maps, we're not running Conqueror maps anymore, we're actually just running normal maps, and we're only going 60% Delirious, so that's 3 Deli Orbs, and we're using the currency Deli Orbs, so there should be quite a few Divine Orbs that drop from the rewards. So let's now open our Atlas tree and have a little talk about our strategy. So I've been looking into singular focus and the way map equity works in Path of Exile. So for those of you who don't know, I'll just talk about it briefly, but I'll also leave a link to a forum post where someone describes it a lot better than how I'm going to describe it. But essentially, when you have 4 Void Stones, all maps that drop from monsters slain in your maps will drop at tier 16. But that doesn't mean all the maps that are dropping get converted into tier 16 maps. Instead, they get turned into map equity, and when that map equity reaches a total of 3 of the same value, it then drops at a higher tier. And this keeps happening until it eventually reaches a tier of 16, and then a tier 16 map will drop. This is why the shaping nodes on the tree are really good for map sustain, because any boost to the chance of a tier higher map dropping essentially just boosts the map equity and then ups the chance of a tier 16 map dropping. So for singular focus, all our non-favoured maps are going to get turned into currency, and the theory is that instead of it turning into a map equity, if it's a tier lower than tier 16, it gets turned straight into currency. So the shaping nodes, if that theory is true, would be useless to us, which is why we're not taking them. As for our favoured maps, we've only got 1 favoured map, because every favoured map just ups the weighting of the map to be dropped. So if you have a really low weighting, it means it's not got a high chance to drop, and then instead would get turned into currency. Now I favoured a natural tier 16 map, so if this map does drop, it won't get turned into map equity and instead it would drop. Then I can clearly see how many maps would actually get dropped with 1 favoured map slot. So I'm now going to run these maps and I'll be back with the results. Alright, I'm back and all the 100 maps are now complete, and I've got 3 dump tabs filled with a bunch of loot, and I've also got all the scarabs that weren't consumed from this node that we took on the tree. So that's quite a lot of currency we saved just by taking a few nodes on the tree. Definitely worth it if you're running winged scarabs. So we can add these straight to our profit. And as you saw in the highlights, we got a bunch of divination cards and we actually got some apothecaries this time. So let's jump into excellence and have a quick look. Alright, here we are in excellence and here we go. 2 apothecary cards, very nice. But not so nice on the divine orbs. We only got 17 divine orbs as opposed to the 44 exalted orb. Now yes, I am running Harbinger and winged Harbinger scarabs, but it's still a big difference to the 17 divine orbs. So I think we got kind of unlucky on that front. And we got 2 fracturing orbs plus some more shards. So we've got a full fracturing orb here and we got 32 shards here. I did actually run into an exalted orb altar and I got 9 exalted orb from that single altar. So if you don't want to include the 9 exalts I got from the altar, that would mean I'd have 35 exalts opposed to 17 divines. What we can do is we can actually just search currency and we can have a better look at all the currency we dropped. So we got 1400 chaos orbs, a lot of awakened sextants. So I think we did pretty well in currency. 77 divines in currency. Now let's actually just search divination and have a look at all the divination cards. So yep, we got 2 apothecaries. We only got 10 7 years. So we definitely got lucky with the apothecaries. And we got 20 darker half. If you guys didn't know, this is a divination card that has a chance to drop from any Deli reward. The Divination card is worth 45c, so it's quite a nice card to have 20 of them. 8 Enlightens, 2 Sephiroth that came from a Divination Strongbox, and 4 Dragon's Heart. So I think realistically we would be expecting 1 Apothecary from these 100 maps, and we got lucky to get 2 Apothecaries. I didn't have any Divination cards that got duplicated, so that's kind of annoying, because one of the benefits of not doing Wandering Path is getting duplications in strong boxes. As you can see, we didn't run any Winged Reliquary Scarabs this time, so we didn't get as many uniques, unfortunately. But we did get a Covenant and 2 7 League Steps, which, you know, is kind of nice. We did hit a few nice fractures. So the main ones were these Dragon Scales with T1 Suppression. We got a +1 Cold, Onyx Amulet, and we got a max roll crit multi. The rest of these are not really worth too much, but I could sell these for 5 Divines, I could sell this for 2 Divines, and I could probably sell this for a Divine. So we pulled around 8 Divines from fractures, so we can add that to the profit. We did actually get a few Venters while mapping, so we can now ID these and see if we get anything nice. Alright, as usual, nothing nice. There's 3 to 1 them. Oh, that's almost nice, but the resistances are awful, so it's not nice. Okay, and we end on a really, really bad one. Alright, lastly, here's the spreadsheet, and the Scarabs took up half of the price of the investment, which is crazy. Winged Scarabs are not cheap, but I'm not too focused on profit anymore. I just want to have fun mapping, so I don't mind high investment. So as you can see, we're investing 1 Divine per map, and our profit was 150 Divines, and that's because we got 2 Apothecaries. So without them Apothecaries, we didn't make too much profit. You are really banking on the Apothecaries. Time per map, I'd say it was probably about 5 minutes, maybe even less than that, to be honest. Most of the maps, I'm just fishing for Soul Eater, because I've got Headhunter, and as soon as I got Soul Eater, the map just gets absolutely deleted. So with 5 minutes per map, it would take about 8 hours to run 100 maps, which nets us 18 Divines profit per hour if I was to run these maps back to back. Also, for those of you who are wondering if there's any changes to my build, yes, very slight changes. I just have a better Ventors now. I managed to pick up a pair of Gold Worms with a bit more quant on them with these 2 implicits that I wanted, and I crafted a different quiver, which gives me a little bit more DPS. And the way I crafted this was I just used Essences of Contempt just to try and hit T1 crit multi, and then I cannot roll attack mods and then Exalt Slam on life and increase damage and hope I get higher rolls. And I got T1 life and tier 3 increased damage. So then I just crafted on attack speed. Alright, so last thing I'll do is open the Reliquary keys. I got 2 of them, so we get something nice. Okay, first one. Nice on that one. Second one. Alright, hopefully we get something a bit better this time. Oh, a reward. Okay. That's kind of nice, actually. I mean, it's not really expensive, I doubt, but nice for leveling. Alright, if you made it this far, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.